laughing your ass off at my team.
There's also...
shut up. He's a lock. He's in your team. He's a lock.
Yeah.
He's a lock. What?
You don't even have the box. Did you not learn your lesson last year? You also got Fire saying that he's going to become a full-time midfielder. Nice hair, by the way. And I think it's there. 3 games. Now, we said that last year. You know why? He's a year younger. He's a year older. He broke down last year. After how many games? They're always huge. They're always huge.
Have you seen him though?
Say it like that. You got Reed at F2. My Reed is at F5. There's a stark difference in our forward line. A huge difference in our forward line. My forward line will smash your forward line spacing. So you're...
Here we go. Gerald Zeebs wearing the Brownlow today. And welcome back, guys. I'm here with Gerald, the big stinker Gerald, the big stinker loser Gerald. And you're here with Zeebs today. Gonna talk about... What are we talking about?
We're going to talk about football and SuperCoach. Welcome back, guys. Good to see you. I knew Matty, I wouldn't have to pay him too much to come here today at all. If I could pay you not to come here, I think you still would have came. Because I know how badly you've been wanting to talk about... You've been telling me, don't be like, no, don't. I know you do, champ.
What do you mean, champ?
So,
let's cut to the chase. Let's get up what we
Let's get to the chase. Now, guys, today we're going to be rating 17 premiums that are on the cusp. And we're going to be telling you if we think they're real Premos or if we think they're fake. It's a new segment called Real or Fake.
Real or Fake. And really it's more of, with this stage of the year, it's more of that luxury trade because we can talk about these players and say get rid of them or keep them or get rid of them and keep them. But if you still got David Swallows or Dowlings in your F6, then you don't have the luxurious choices to make. Right, chap?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Let's not forget Kruger is back up.
Kruger is my F7.
Oh,
now,
he is ready.
What did you score this week, fuckhead?
I don't know. You tell me, Jack. You tell me.
You scored a 2-3-4-5.
Thank you, everybody.
2-3-4-5 went up 500 ranks. Still behind me on a 2-2-5.
A 2-2-5. Chad, why with like all those big high scores you've got in the last 3 weeks? Why'd you score 2-5-5-9?
Well, Dawson was tagged by Bedford. Windhag was tagging.
Chad, you can't say that. Butters got 100.
He would have got 190 if it wasn't being tagged. Let's be real. And Nick Martin couldn't hit a target. Fisher was subbed with his knock. He just had a lot of luck this week, champ.
Luck, champ. You've been lucky the last 3 weeks. But anyway, champ, let's get straight into it. If you can't find us, this is where you can find us.
Yes, and go to Spotify. And if you're on Spotify, go to YouTube.
And if you're on YouTube, just...
give us a subscribe. Now, Matty, if you haven't got a SuperCoach Masters Beanie, where can you get them?
Champ, you can get them right here.
You can get them the link. Go in the description. Now, Matty, let's talk about the coffee shouts.
Champ, all right. I can see there's 1, 2.
There was only one about maybe 10 minutes before we started recording, then 2 came in at the same time. So,
all right, who are we going first,
let's go for Big Jamie Mizza.
Our boy, Jamie Mizzarelli.
Is my brother.
Your brother, yes.
Been on the podcast.
Been on the podcast before. What did he have to say, Chad?
He's bought 3 coffees. Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks,
hello, boys. 3 coffees for the hard work this year. Entertaining as always. After Antoine's stunning upset of Jordy in the last week's cash league, just checking to see how he went this week and if the domination continued. Champ, you be checking me? I mean, I won this week.
You played pretty much 17th from the ladder.
And I smashed his brains in.
He scored 2,100. He hasn't probably...
killed him.
Hasn't even checked, champ. It's funny.
And Jamie, I didn't even bag you when we lost. There's no need for that. Now you got the reported sign for being bit
Oh, he's
mean.
got the reported sign. Oh, Jordy's feelings.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad about that, Jamie. I didn't even go hard on you when I beat you and ended your SuperCoach season. So I didn't know why. Where's this hostility coming from?
Where's
Where is this hostility coming from?
I feel sorry for players like that are like, out of the 8, like 12th, but they're like, 5th high score in the league. It's just,
You've never had a year where you've been high, but you've always had a good points against, I feel.
No.
You always had a points against in the game.
No, it's not true. It's
not true. It's a lie.
It's not true. It's a lie. I've had a lot of points scored against me. I'm actually ranked 3rd in points and 14th in another one of my leagues. So it's a lie.
Yeah. Okay. CJ, so
my boy.
He says, lads, left you a question in your post, but I'll add to the question. Ooh. This is a good question. Do I upgrade Rao straight to Walsh or upgrade Holland straight to a Cordwell?
You just got Hollands in though.
And didn't he score a 97 or something?
He's been scoring well, that Hollands.
And I'm just scared that Caldwell's role will change when Parrish and Setters comes back. Keep up the laughs.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get rid of that.
Hi, CJ.
That Hollands.
Not
like
at the
him.
moment. I mean, I know Cordwell's
Shearer
literally...
did come in, and I thought maybe Hollands would get that score maybe deflated because he's been getting.
They did play
90s
Richmond this week.
They did, but he still kicked some snags and got a 20+ touches. So I like him as your F7. I don't F6. I don't think.
Would you do the Rao to Walsh trade?
Champ, I would.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I'll just hold on to the trade.
What I
CJ.
love about Walsh is like he's got some crappy scores in his, but they're not that crap. However,
He scored his first over 120 score since his second game.
I get
and
that.
he's like the last 8
but he's thereabouts though. He's
the last 10 games he hasn't scored over 120. He played Richmond, he scored over
But
120.
he's the 110 to the 115 type average player. But the best thing I like about Walsh, and trust me, I know because I've got him, he gets the ball so much, so much, and like that's what you want from your player. Like
You want them getting the ball, like
you want
Martin,
them getting, yes, you want them to get 30.
who's also on our list of fake or real Primos coming up real soon, right after Coffee
real
Shouts. So I hope that answers your question, CJ. I say don't do anything, save a trade. Maybe get a Cordwell if you
Real
can use
shit,
two
get rid of him.
trades to get like a Cordwell that you can move on the midfield and to the forward line.
Would you get rid of Ralph for Cordwell?
No, I'm not getting rid of Rao.
I would. He's done.
You get rid of anyone. Wahhabi! He's got 10 coffees and he's looking like he's running. We were in the Brownlow.
I am wearing the Brownlow champ. I'm just keeping it warm for you, Wahab, unless CJ's got something to say about it.
Yeah, CJ might. So now, stinky week, he says, with his midfields combining for an average of 88.5 this week. Now that's a stinky midfield. Nonetheless, enjoy the 10 coffery dudes.
Wahab giving us 10 coffees. He's had a pretty good week on the punt. What do you reckon?
I think he did. He actually won
Yeah,
one.
I thought so.
He won one this week.
Yeah, good
So
week on
I
the
was
punt.
actually really wrapped. Well, you probably couldn't tell by my messages.
And what about my boy Brucey?
Now, Brucey gave us a super chat last week. I didn't know what a super chat was last year until Brucey just done one. And
I know, but like, what the hell was that? Brucey.
now, apparently, Brucey, we saw it with this story, but he was on the phone to the bank for like 3 hours because they had a deduction of the super chat and it
Yes,
wasn't
I saw
going
that.
through.
Yes, it wasn't
and
going
like,
through.
I don't know, it's caused him a lot of trouble, but he's
caused him
back
a lot.
on it. On you, Brucey. And now, Maddie, we can get to the fake or real Premo section.
Let's do that. We could save the fun stuff about bagging each other's team to the end.
Sounds good to me. Now, first on the list, we've got Dawson.
Jordan Dawson.
Jawson. Is he real or is he fake?
Champ,
I
you
mean, he
own
had
him.
14 centre bounces, right? He's probably now the 4th most regularly attended in the midfield now, with playing a bit of forward, a bit of wing. It's a fucking horrible role. What do you reckon?
Champ, I want to ask you the direct question. Jordan Dawson, he had a slow start, got a couple of big hundreds in a row.
He's got a cute puppy.
He's got a cute puppy. But how do you feel about him, champ?
I'm not in love. Like, if I had to do that time, if I had my time again, I probably wouldn't pick him. I mean, right now, I'd rather Walsh over him. I mean, there's Dunkley's and Neils I'd rather over him, but at that point, you know, I'd rather Dawson over than the Clarys and the, maybe bad.
That's about it.
I think he's on the same level as Rosie, which we'll talk about as well.
Yeah.
So for me, if I have a full team, and Dawson's my shittest, and I've got 5 trades left, maybe I might move him to a Dunkley.
I see.
Maybe, because I don't like his role. I know he can score big, but with his role, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So what about you, Champ? Real or fake?
I think he is, but like, what's a real Premo? 110 plus?
110. Well, it depends the position, but in the midfield, you'd want a 105
Like,
to 110
I'll probably say no. I'll probably say, like, you know, what's a real Premo? Someone that's getting, you know, consistent CBAs, consistent contested touch, consistent clearances, consistent...
Are you talking about midfield Primos?
Midfield Primos right now, because obviously he's in the midfield. So, you know, he doesn't fit a lot of those structures. So, I'll say he doesn't, does he? Like, no. So he doesn't get.
I like him better when he's playing backline.
Well, I think everyone loves it. You know, Laird and Dawson also played great in the backline. So, I think I will stamp and say fake. Stamp. I'll say M8 to M9 at best.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's how I'd rate this.
M8, M9.
Yeah.
All right, now this guy we got coming up, it's Connor Rose.
Connor Rose, he looks like a little dweeb in that photo. Is that his first year draft pick?
Probably. He looks like a real dorky dweeb. He looks like he's got eyeliner on.
It looks like
I could be
He needs
mistaken.
to grow a mustache because I don't think he's been struggling.
No, he looks scary. All right, now Connor. You just brought Connor in. He obviously done a pretty good score.
103.
Is he a real Premo though, or is he that's like your bargain basement Premo?
He's the bargain basement Premo to cover.
Is he like
holes.
just you're hiring someone from Fiverr just to cover a hole in the wall because you don't want to pay a real a plasterer?
Well, yeah. Well, some people are in the luxury to get bigger players with more trades, but Rose at $400,000, you can you're getting what your money. You're getting more than what you. Someone that's averaging 400. Sorry, that's 400K is like a 70 average. He's not a 70 average player, so there's a lot of upside why he was the number one pick player in. At the start, before he got injured, he was averaging 115.
He was.
And when he did get injured on that 70, he was on his way to get another massive.
Now, I know you got me your team, but I watched his game, and I didn't think he really... I think if he got those that played that same game again, he would get a lesser score. I kind of feel like there was a lot of inefficient kicks that Champion Data was awarding as an efficient kick.
That's what he does, champ. It's what he does. Mr. Conor Rose. So, champ, your verdict.
I'm going to go, he's a fake Premo.
He's fake. He's M9.
Fake.
He's M9 at best.
Yeah, M9.
But for everyone that got him, I got him too. And I think why we got him is, someone that's priced at averaging 70.
Yeah. So I think he's going to average less than 105 from here on in. I think 100 and 105, around that mark.
Yeah, which isn't really a Premo in the guts.
Not in the guts.
You want 110 plus in the guts.
Oh, now the next one, Matty. Big smack in the face, Ridley.
Oh, champ, he is as fake as those boobies on some girls. But he is... champ, we talked about him, and look, the first 160 that he got and the 120 or whatever he got in the first 2 rounds, he just... reeled everybody
But
in.
then after that big score he got, he also kind of put my blue tea on the fucking table because your legs are on it. He still got scored over 110 about the next 2 games afterwards.
I'm going to say this, just no, fake, not a top 6 Premo in the back.
Is he a top 8? Premo in the back.
He's averaging very high at the moment because he's had a handful of games, against his name versus everyone that's played a full season up to date. But he's not a top. I can name at least 7.
I can name about 10 players that will average more than him, I think, from there on in. So I think he's a fake-o as well. So Ridley, punched in the bush, out. Now, Matty, your boy, Jordan Horne-Francis. Now,
what's he doing sleeping? Is that training day?
Yeah, that's ice bath day.
Ice bath day where he's resting.
Horne-Francis, I actually think I would.
He cannot be in the top 8 midfield. So no,
he's not like.
He's a placeholder at best.
Okay, if you got a full team and you got Horne-Francis in at M8,
you get rid of him.
I mean,
easily.
I reckon he's in the exact same boat as Rosie.
No, he's not.
I think he is. I think they'll score for the same from here on in.
First of all, he's more expensive.
Okay, that's fair enough. But I'm just talking about what they're going to average from here on in.
Second of all, I wouldn't want Horne-Francis as M9, and he's not even dual position.
He's not. Neither is Rosie, but I think they're going to average the same.
Mate, I can name 15 players that are going to average better than him. You can too. I think he's not.
Okay, he's a fake Premo.
Yes, thank you.
Finally. Just like I reckon in the same boat as Rosie and Dawson.
No, Rose is way better because
they're going to average the same.
First of all, Dawson and Rose was over $600,000 at the start of the year.
They can be that. This is his second year.
I'm not saying anything about. We're not talking about how old he is or how.
We're talking about what they're averaging, right? From here on in, I think he's going to average around 100 to 105 for the rest of the year.
I do not.
Which is been averaging more than that.
Maybe 85 to 90.
That's ridiculous. That's 8. What is it? Okay.
I hate him.
All right. So anyway, he's fake.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Clary is having a dip.
Just having a dip in the pool. Is that the ice bath? Ha-ha.
No, it's just a swimming pool, champ.
Chappy, you missed the joke, but anyway.
There's a shit joke. Okay. Fake.
Chappy.
I got Clary. I didn't trade him out. I held the faith. I think he's fake. I think he's fake as fuck.
Chappy, he got 101 over the weekend. This is his best score in a month.
He doesn't look good. I think he's less than...
Do you think he's fat? Do you think he's match fit?
I think he's... I mean, he got 28 touches and a goal against Brisbane, who's one of the informed teams. He's good, but he's just not as good as what he used to be. He's like a Viney level now. Even though Viney killed it on the weekend. But he's like a Viney now. He's not like the upper echelon of Premo. So, Clary's there. He's swimming in a pool, and he's a fake Premo. I'd rather Rosie, Dawson, any of the other guys over him for sure.
Same.
Now, Matty, your boy, Luke Jackson, looking really cute.
He is fake. He just sucked us in, even though he's like top 6 average in the forward line right now. But, like Dylan Moore's coming up, Fisher's not even in the top 6 Primos at this stage. Neither is Codwell. A lot of people jumped on some other, not really, like Kernos and Simpkins. But like,
Simpkins,
who would you rather out of those ones? Because I see...
Give me the names and I'll tell you who I'd rather in order.
So I think these are the fake Primos in the forward line that a lot of people have flocked around that are kind of on the borderline. Even though they are averaging top 8, I don't know about Jackson, obviously. I don't know about Kerno. I don't know about Simpkin that a lot of people brought in. I wouldn't put Fisher in that category. I think he's above all those 3. But those 3 mainly, even Dylan Moore.
Dylan Moore's probably the top of that list.
That's what I'm saying.
Dylan Moore, and then I think even... Who was the other bloke you named? Not Kerno.
Dylan Moore, Kerno, Simpkin.
Simpkin's not too bad. So I looked at his stats. He obviously scored really shit on the weekend. But he got the most CBAs. He got the most. He usually gets about half. He got more than LDU.
He was on like 50 at half time, nothing.
Yeah. So he got 22 CBAs, which was the highest midfielder for North Melbourne. So if I'm seeing that, that's a bit more promising than Jackson's forward role at this moment. The only way this guy becomes relevant is Darcy gets injured, and the only reason to not trade him is if you think Darcy will get injured soon.
And what do you think?
He's a fake Premo right now, and if Darcy stays fit, which could be for the whole year, you're fucked.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So now, let's just say you've got those, the awesome foursome in Zorko, Heaney, Flanders and Rankin, because let's face it, Champ Rankin is way above Fisher at this stage. You've got 2 players left, you've got 2 of those Primos. Let's just say you got a Fisher. Now, if you got Jackson and you've got those 6 trades left, you've got a full Primo team.
I'll go for Cordwell.
You go for Cordwell. Okay, so I agree. I think those are the top 5 at the moment, which is the 4 that I mentioned plus a Cordwell. Then you've got Dylan Moore, you got Jackson, you got Corno, Simpkin, and Fisher. You got 1 out of those 5.
I think Dylan Moore or Fisher, you're set. I think you can be pretty happy with that.
So what you're saying is if you've got those 5 Primos, which is...
If you got Cordwell with the 4 Rankin's almost 600k. I mean, everyone wants his scores.
We're talking about the top 6 averages, so he's there.
Yeah, absolutely he is there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that everyone's got a certain amount of money and trades left. If you can't afford a Rankin, because I know he's a low-owned and Cordwell's low-owned.
Yeah.
I would go for a Cordwell before Rankin, just based on the price, and I think they can pump out similar numbers. Now, Cordwell's getting season-high CBAs at Essendon. So
CJ Samut did say that should Parrish and Setterfield's...
Not worried about them.
No.
I think Cordwell's above merit at the moment in the CBAs he's been getting.
That's only the last 2 games, though.
Exactly. And I still think if he wasn't, he'd be 3rd or 4th, just getting a couple extra. But now that he's gone first, he's shown a bit. And I think he's something they're going to continue with in the middle. Cordwell's, if you got the trades, get him in.
Though?
No.
I think he is. But anyway.
He's all right. He's not, he's good. Now, enough about Jacko.
Champ, who's next?
Nick Martin.
Jab, you tell me.
I think he's slightly above Ridley, but below all the other ones. Below the Houstons, McGoverns, and a lot below them. But he gets the ball a lot, which is what we like, and he just can't hit the target.
Though.
I don't care. It just needs to hit the target.
Yeah.
He just needs to hit the target. Nick Martin, I think...
has the potential to get good high ceilings, but has the potential to get 70s and 80s.
I think if he's your D6, you'll be all right with that. You wouldn't go out of your way to trade him out, would you?
So what would you say? He's scraping in?
Well, he's not a top 8 defender. I'd say he's more of a maybe top 12 defender.
I think he could be a D6 or a M9 swing.
Yeah, I like that. That's fine. I'm happy to go with that. He's borderline on the thing because he's performing well. He's kicking like absolute shit.
He'll be great to be a backup for your back and mid once you've got a full team.
Absolutely. So we'll keep Nick Martin for now, guys, and then we'll move on to the only one with a normal picture, Tom Green.
Champ, he's a star. All right, he had a bit of a form slump, but he gets the ball. He's tough. He's not fake.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, there was a patch where
he gave us doubt. There's no doubt about it.
He didn't go to over 100 for, I think, 4 or 5 weeks at one stage. When you're paying 600k, that's pretty worrying. But, I mean, he
gave us doubt, but no, I think he's good for an M7 even.
Yeah, I think in the last 8 weeks, he hasn't got less than 26 touches. So, you're keeping your Tom Greens now.
Your Tom Greens, that's for sure.
Who the hell is this?
You took the photo.
I know. I don't even...
Shammy?
Oh, I know who that is. You know who that is?
No, who's that?
That's Sexton.
Oh, my boy, Sexton. Why is he so cute?
Yeah, that's one word.
Champ, he is just as good. He's been averaging, 89 of the last 3-4 games.
What did he score last week?
He scored 87 or 86.
So the last 2 weeks he's scored averaging 86.
But before that, he was getting 90s and 116s before that as well. So
That's before Powell came in, right? So we're going to...
Yeah.
His last 2 games he's averaging about 87, 86.
He's gone.
Fake.
Well, I wouldn't call him a primo to begin with, but the fact that he's actually in the primo selection is just good on you. Give Sexton a clap. I tell you something.
So it's fake. Okay.
F6, he's never been a primo.
Well, people are using him as their last premium in their forward line or defence.
Because F6 is not a premium player.
I mean, if it's a Cordwell, it could be. If
No,
it's a
how can you? No, you can't. You can't. Because there's literally 4 main primos and a Cordwell. All the others are not even... You can't even call them real primos. We can't find that...
Zach Fisher is a primo.
He's not... If he gets subbed off, Champ, he's not a primo.
Yes, he is.
Okay, Champ.
And then speaking of it, Zach Fisher, real or fake primo?
Champ, for someone that can't run out a game...
He can run out of game, you got to knock, Champ, and everyone knows it, and your lack of knowledge is really disturbing.
Champ,
I need some blue tea to really calm me down.
really calm you down for Zach Fisher, Champ. What did he square this week?
82, fuckhead. And he was on fire before he got subbed off, so...
I think it was just the tactical sub. Everyone was talking about it being tactical,
Yeah,
so...
Matty,
How do you trade off the how do you take him off? He's had the most positions of that for the North Melbourne.
he got knocked.
What a pussy.
It wasn't his call.
Well, what a pussy butt.
Clarko's the pussy.
Clarko, he's a pussy.
Real Premo is probably going to be your F5 or 6. Get him in. Now, Matty's boy.
He's my boy. Who's that?
Matty Rao.
Matty Rao. He's fake and he's always been fake.
I think he's real.
I do not think he's real.
So he's averaging right now, he's averaging 109.5.
Last 3 games, what's he average?
Not a lot. So
Is he even over 90?
if he can average that at the start of the year, why can't he average that at the end of the year? Like his role hasn't changed.
It's not about the role, man. It's just about the...
It is, man.
It's not dude. It's not dude at all. He was literally ranked top 5 and now he's ranked 23 in the midfielders. So Matty Rao is, I think, a piece of tot that,
Nah, he's good. Real. M8, real. I'd rather have him than Rosie Dawson and anyone else.
No, I don't. I'd rather Dawson than Rao. And I said that to you. I said I think Dawson's going to average more than Rao, and he has been. Weeks
Dawson
ago.
hasn't been really knocking
His
down the
last
door.
5 games, he's averaging 89. His last 3 games, 81.
And that's his absolute floor. So he will be just going up from here.
No. Who said? There's no
I
proof.
said.
In his
It's
form...
my opinion. We're doing this on our opinions,
But
aren't
in
we?
his form, he's playing shit. Hopefully,
Okay,
Will
he
Powell.
is. But this is from here on in.
Will Powell, Butters. Who they got next? They got Will Powell, Drew, Bedford. Next 3 games.
Will Powell?
I mean, Will Phillips. So Will Phillips will hopefully tag him. Butters.
He'll tag Took.
I hope not.
He'll tag Took.
No.
He hasn't been in good form. Why would they tag him? He's only getting 5 touches. Now, let's go down to someone that's a little bit more pasty. Tim English.
Champ, I don't know. What do you reckon? I think he's...
I mean, if you got Tim English as your second ruck, are you really going to trade him out for a Sherry or Grundy?
No.
Or a Nank even?
No.
Or a Duconi?
But people are going to be pretty upset.
If I had him, I think he's a real premium. He's just playing like absolute shit. Now, I told you a lot of stats over the phone. I'm not going to really bore everyone with the same stats about him scoring less from transition points because the Bulldogs are playing less. Anyway, real premium. Can we agree on that?
Sure.
Do you agree or not?
He's had one great season, 126, which was last year. Before that, he averaged 105. I think he's a 105 player at best.
Is that a real premium to you in the row?
I guess so.
Okay. Now, your boy, my boy.
Who's that?
Tom Stewart. What do you say? Who's that? They're clearly everyone's in the photo.
Clearly, everyone's in the vote. Tom Stewart, Champ, what do you think?
He's fake. He's stupid.
He
He's
is
old.
so old.
He's so shit.
He's so old.
And now he might get
Well,
24. He got the most CBAs in Geelong.
He's gonna be
24
dual position.
CBAs. Yeah, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
You play him as a midfielder now. And now Holmes is now this Tom Stewart. So he just pisses me off looking at him. I can't stand him. He's a fake premium. If you have him in your team, you just brought him in, get him out.
He's got 97 and 105 last 2 weeks, so he's doing pretty better than Rao.
Now, Matty, let's have a look at this guy. Elliot, you.
Jeb, he's a premium. There's no doubt about it, he's a premium. He's literally he had a bad game. Give him a break. He needed some time. He'll bounce back.
You mean the time because of his dad?
Yes,
dad is dead, but dad
yes,
passed away.
don't be so insensitive.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm talking about what.
Well, yeah,
the
like
reason
I
you're
don't even know
talking
why he's on the list.
You told me to put him
No,
on
I
the
didn't.
list.
No, I
You
didn't.
said that before.
No, I didn't. Why would I say what? Like, of course he's a
I'm just
fucking...
reading what's on the notes.
His dad died.
Yeah, I agree. He's a real premium.
he's-
Like, you remember when Adelaide coach died because he was
Yeah.
stabbed or killed by their son?
Yeah.
The whole team played that week and they got smashed by over 100 points. So you think a bit of grief is going to make you play pretty
I mean,
bad.
I don't even think
I had
he
Elliot
needs-
go for the under. I think it was genius. It was genius. You just got to know football and he's a real premium. What?
You're embarrassing.
I feel fine. Now, Matty.
Yeah.
Now we have Achilles.
Who's that?
That's Jack Steele. We don't have to tell you each of them are. You know
Because you got these photos that no one knows. Where are you finding these photos? What are you
I have to dig deep in their Instagram account.
Like, what are you typing when you get these photos?
I'm just typing in Jack Steele.
There should be a St. Kilda top of him doing this, not a GWS top
Stop.
with his fucking man bun from 2006.
Is he a real premium? That's the real. You asked me about all the players in my team. Is he a real premium?
Well, no, I had the luxury to get rid of him, and I got rid of him. I didn't like him. He was getting 17. He was averaging like 18 touches in 4 weeks.
Who would you rather, Steele or Dawson?
Dawson,
Steele or Rosie?
Rosie.
Steele or Oliver?
He's on that level. Steele probably because he's not.
Steele or Rao?
I'll still keep Steele over Al.
It's an interesting one. He's the form's there. What's wrong with Steele? Because he's getting midfield time. He played it fully in the
plays
guts.
injured all the time.
He plays injured. He doesn't look injured. He does look shit.
He doesn't turn it on. But St. Kilda,
I don't know.
St. Kilda
If I had him, I'd be tempted to hold him if he's your M8. But, God, I just think...
Nah,
he almost won the game.
He almost, but he couldn't.
Then he got tackled holding the ball and he lost 3 points, then he got those 3 points back from scaling or something.
Who knows? On a 95. No, I don't like him.
Fake Premo. Okay. Now, Matty, your boy.
I don't even know why he's in there because he's been racking up touches. Took Miller.
Took Miller,
He's a
the
gun.
testy grab.
Like he only got 95 last week with 40 on touches. He just didn't hit a target, and that's fine. But Took Miller is easily an M7, M8 material.
I agree. I like Took Miller. I don't care what he does to Zorko in that photo there. I think...
What's he doing to Zorko? Oh, he hates Zorko.
yeah, they
Hate each other, and he's grabbing his nuts. Nice one. Good on you, Tookie.
We love Took here on the podcast. I was going to put a bad photo, but I just went with that one.
Yeah, he has a great photo. You can take that, Zorko.
He's real. He's real.
Making sure.
And I think we got one more, Matty. Your boy, Hayden Young.
Champ, I don't know if he's anything. Like, he was on his way to get 100, then he got 3 free kicks against him like 2 minutes, and it's like, what's he?
Why are they playing him more forward? They're playing him at least like 40% forward now.
And you know that Fremantle are third on the ladder?
I saw that and I'm like, wow, it's like something that doesn't look like it's meant to be there.
It's not supposed to happen. Like, you don't think Freo... I still think Freo's a bottom 8 team.
And guess what, Matty? They got Richmond this week.
You had Young for captain.
Hayden Young, Luke Ryan,
all
Sarong,
the boys
get the
again.
boys. 5.
5. They were going to kill it. Oh, champ. Jordy loves the 5. Don't you?
Now, champ.
Oh.
Shut up, yeah.
What?
Now, was he a real Primo or not?
I don't know. Probably not.
He's in your team, no? He's not?
exactly.
Get rid of him, he's shit. All right, Matty, now that we got through them, I hope we helped you with your premiums.
Now, the reason why we're going through this, because I think everyone at this stage, or most of everyone at this stage, will have a full Premo team and might have luxury trades.
I've seen a lot of people with a lot of trades.
To do these sideways type things just to really get that extra 10 or 20 points average when, if, you know, Rao's averaging 80 to 89 points in the last 3 to 5 games. Don't you want that extra, 20
Dunkley.
to 15? Yeah, those Dunkleys, I think yes. But obviously, if you got players like Swallow and Kruger and Dowling rotating in your M6, you can't afford to do this, or F6, sorry. You need to really get that money from Jai Clark so you can put into David Swallow to get 5. What do you reckon, champ?
I already got rid of Clark, champ. So now,
That's my point.
let's see everyone else's shit questions.
No, champ. Let's
Now-
just go straight into your shit teams and we'll answer
Now,
the questions.
so Corey, there's only like 6 or 7. Corey says, has there ever been a bigger hook tour than the one Chris gave his brother Brad on Saturday night?
No, there hasn't. No, there
I
hasn't.
think I think the umpires gave him a bit of a huck tour. So
for me.
Adam Norris says, I know you've answered this, but at this stage of the season, how many trades do we need to keep? Matt, you should know about this.
What was that?
Because you've got 2 trades left. So how many trades should you keep for an injury?
You've got 3 trades left with a fucking M6 that's Dowling.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you doing this week, champ?
Nothing.
You're not going to get 5 for Swallow?
Nope.
You're going to keep Swallow and Dowling?
Yep.
Right. Cool.
Champ, Adam's asked you a question, dickhead.
Champ, as long as you can, Adam's asked you a question, dickhead. You just keep using your trades until you get a full Premo team, and then that's your answer. That's it. You're right there, champ. That blue
Including Sexton?
No, champ. Yeah,
Was that one more trade to get rid of Sexton?
Champ, he's 420,000.
Amazing. All right, SuperCoach Pro has got a question.
Nagging me about Sexton. We go away too good.
Hello, Mario and Luigi.
Oh.
Who do you think is more of a luxury trade in a few rounds, Raul or Steele? Well, that's a good one. Also, get rid of the Snowman for Rosie was worth it because he won a matchup by 2 points. Steele or it's funny, we're just talking about that.
Steele.
Who would you rather get rid of?
No, Raul get rid of.
Oh, they're both so shit. I'll get rid of Steele.
I'll get rid of Raul.
Because Steele's a little bit more injury prone than Raul, and I'd rather not be.
And Raul doesn't get more than 15 touches a game. Something.
Lindo says, did Luke Ryan's role look back to normal, and should I bring him in? I've only got 6 trades left. And Jack McRae straight to Kerno.
Well,
Prob's obvious, he said.
Prob's obvious on that one. I wouldn't.
I said Prob's obvious on the no. I want to get Jack McRae to Kerno.
I wouldn't do that. If you got a Jack McRae, then you get someone better than Kerno.
Kerno can't smash Richmond. We're not trusting a Kerno in our team.
Definitely.
The only way to get a Carlton forward is if the other one's injured.
Yeah.
So Jack McRae or Caldwell sounds good.
That's great.
And now, Matty, Luke Ryan's rolls back to normal. It looked a little bit more backwards than it usually is. He had to rely on a couple of intercept marks.
I'd say no.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be that top Luke Ryan.
Not after the coach said stop worrying about your stats and then we play accordingly for 2 weeks.
Everyone's going to be scared to get some extra
extra touches because
the coach says
that's sprayed.
Stupid. I hope
So I
they get
wouldn't
smashed.
say yes. He just had a better game that didn't require kickbacks.
Keep that in mind. They have Richmond and they leaked the number 1 most points to defenders that are designated kickers. So keep that in mind. But Luke Ryan's probably not back to his best. CJ, we've answered you. Martin says, who is the shittiest defensive rookie to bring, the least shittiest defensive rookie to bring in this week? Do you like Evans or Shoalmaker? Who do you like better out of them two?
There's also that superstar that got 9.
Humphreys.
Yes, who I've already
Lawson
bought.
Humphreys. So he looks, he got 15 touches. Is he the shittiest of the 3?
I think he's the best of the 3.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, any one of those 3, I think you can't really go wrong. You're not going to be playing them. I think
Dual position is all the way, man. That's why he's probably the number 1 most traded player in.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's all out to that. Now, Josh says, hey, lads, trade Bindon for Trump or keep the trade?
No, definitely trade.
Yeah, definitely trade Bindon. I don't know. I think it's best.
Biden.
Biden. Put him in the Bindon.
Yeah, put him in the.
I'm no Trump supporter by any means, but I'm definitely no Bindon supporter by any means.
Trump for the win. 2025. Go Trump. Boo.
You're a Trump supporter?
Love him.
He's pretty funny.
He's so good.
Joe just looks like he's too
senile.
Senile
decrepit.
I was going to say 2 days away from Alzheimer's, but probably already has it now.
Yes.
He also wants to know, does he go to Yo or Neil to finish his team?
Neil.
I'm with Matt Deebs. Now, Ash, last question, champ. Why is the umpiring fraternity gone to such a level of heights not seen since Benny Hill?
No idea.
No idea. Yeah, they're pretty shit. They've been pretty shit lately.
There's memes on them and there's like TikTok channels of them actually getting into a meeting, all umpires pretending. It's pretty funny. Like, how are we going to stuff up and make decisions? Go umps. You know, the umps need to be more involved and make decisions to win games. And that's what they've been told to do.
Matty, I'm so glad you said that because I completely agree. But now it's time to take in the most traded in players, Matty.
Talk about it, champ. Let me guess. Evans, my boy.
Who?
The guy that Humphreys.
Sure, champ.
Humphreys is number 1 in. There we go, champ. He's number 1 traded in. I like him. Dual position. Getting rid of all that crap at the back line. Number 2, champ. Surprise, my boy Rankin. And 3 coming in, Codwell. Everyone's trying to finish off that forward line.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And those are the best 2 players to finish off your M6s for sure. F6s. Showmakers, I don't trust him that well. Logan Evans, I like the first one better. Rose still didn't really, he made 24,000 and people might think he's back for that price. Why not? Kyan Brown, champ. They just probably need a
nice swing, cheap
swinger.
Dunkley looks like
champ,
he's
Sinclair is gone berserk.
Ever since he went back to the back line, he's gone crazy.
He is ready to rock. He made 42k this week, champ.
Amazing.
And Dunkley and Dillamore to finish out the M5. Champ, I like it. I love it. Do you like them?
I love all of those picks. I'm not huge on getting in Rosie. I mean, I know if you need a discounted kind of midfielder for happy days.
Champ is the best one.
He's the cheapest. Now, matey, I know you've been keen on this.
He's the
so let's
fastest.
fly past that because I know you want to talk about our teams. Do you want to go through my team?
Champ, I'll give you the head start, Champ.
All right,
I'll
buddy.
give you the head start, buddy.
All right, now let's look at Matty's shit team.
Champ, have a look at my shit team. Champ, you got some questions. First of all, my trade's who did I get rid of? Sullivan and Darcy Jones, Champ. Darcy Jones. So I could get some swing back in there.
Darcy Jones, I think, is back this
Yeah, I know, but I needed to do this because I needed to. So Darcy Jones is out and Humphreys is in and Rose came in. And that was my trades, Champ. Now, let me have it.
Now, what's wrong with Hayden Young?
Champ, Hayden Young.
You said it yourself, he's not a real premium, so what are you doing with him?
Champ, he scored 136 last week. And look, I'm glad he scored his big score last week because I still smashed the brains in this week, but I only just beat your brains in last week with Hayden Young's big 130. So Hayden Young, he's not too bad. He gets some 60s, but then he can bounce back with 120s and 30s, which he's done multiple times. Against Richmond, I'm expecting, last time we played Richmond, Champ, he got 130, and that was this year. Wow. So I expect him to do, it was only 7 weeks ago. They played Richmond twice within like 2 months. But it's what he does, Champ. It's what he does.
Now, Elliot Yo, any worry about the 64?
No, we all knew something like that was going to happen. Elliot Leo, he'll bounce back and win against Melbourne.
Yep, only 8 points or so off that Dowling. Now, Sexton,
Champ,
are you keeping him all year at that position?
Champ, he is.
All year.
Champ, this was happened. Champ, what did you see that wasn't there last week? Flanders in the midfield. Now, what does that mean for Sexton? Sexton's the new Flanders. Champ, what does that mean?
He's not scoring like Flanders.
But Champ, no, he doesn't need to. But he's got kick-ins. He's got enough touches to make me happy. And Champ, he hasn't scored anything less than an 80 over the last 2 months of game time. So since he's come back, 82, 118, 86, 100, 87, 80, 86. These are more consistent.
How much money do you have in the bank?
I've got about $30,000 renew.
If you get a Sexton to quarterback, that would be fantastic.
Champ, but I can't now. But I can get a Sexton to a Fisher when he drops more pricing and gets subbed out more.
Don't do it, Fish.
But Sexton getting all those 80s and 90s and 100s is just as consistent. I'd rather that than a Kerno, to be honest, because you never know. If Kerno cannot get over a 80 against fucking Richmond, tall forwards, Champ, they're just targets you don't want, you know?
They don't. That's why there are no tall forwards except for Luke Jackson, the fake Premo.
And he is going to be dropping down. Anyway,
I don't think there's much to say. You had a pretty good week with Sam Walsh playing the Blues this week. And Flanders, would you get him as a sole midfielder next year?
Champ, that is a good question along with Dacos. Would you both?
I would get Dacos 100%.
But I don't think Flanders is going to be.
Is like 20
I think
years
Flanders is going to be a backman. Would you get Flanders as
I'll
a
get him
backman?
in the back line. I'll get him maybe as a midfielder as well. He's been...
I don't think. I think the time that he spent throughout this year right now, he's going to be a dual position, but we just don't know where.
Maybe, because I think his defence days might be done now, and he might not have enough to be a defender next year.
His forward days are done, obviously.
Yeah, done. So you won't be picking up Flanders in the forward line?
So I think, you don't know, like there could be some more.
No.
Does Gold Coast play Brisbane again for some racial slurs or some sexual slurs?
Let's not.
No? Okay, let's double
Maybe.
check. Let's double check.
All right, let's get to my team.
Jordys Trade Ins, Champ.
Have a look.
Let me have a look. Champ, what did you do to improve your shit team this week, Champ?
I just traded Glark for Dowling.
How did that go for you?
No, we've done what it is. It's a downgrade.
How did it go for you? You good? How much money you got in the bank?
Heaps.
How much?
About 150.
150,000. Now, Champ, everyone's asking. You know,
everyone's asking.
Everyone's been
so you at home on the way to work.
My phone's been going off the hook now. I'm just going to address the elephant in the room, Champ. Now, Swallow got 85 last week. He gets 25 this week. So he's still averaging his 40. He actually went down in average from last week. Now, Champ, 150,000. How much did you say?
150.
So you can afford someone that's just under 400,000.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to keep looping them.
You're going to keep looping someone that averages 58, 62, which isn't really
it's the F8, it's the F6 position, so I'm happy with a 60 or a 70 there.
Perfect. So that's really what we're going for. Your F7's going to be F6 is going to be a nice 6.
Champ, my Swallow's my F8, my Kruger's my F7, and my Dowling's my F6. And not too far away from an 80.
Not too far. It's just so.
And if you loop him, yeah, you could get an 80.
Could get an 80.
Kruger's playing the first game of the round,
You
so
were a
we'll see
lot
what he
more
scores.
confident last week than this week, champ. Why is that?
Because they sub-swallowed for no good reason. Well, he's got North Melbourne this week, so let's see if he's named.
Let's see if his name, champ. Now, they were talking about Swallow, champ. How did you feel when Swallow marked Collingwood right in front of goal?
I was
you
laughing.
thought, oh, here we go. He's going to get a... He gave me a nice 40 with this goal.
He wasn't on a good score, so I was laughing at him. I didn't think even if he kicked a goal, I would have fielded him, so I was just laughing.
Now, champ...
Now, I don't know if you guys watched the game of Gold Coast, but the commentators say David Swallow is like Gold
Pendlebury.
Coast. He's the Pendlebury of Gold Coast. I was just laughing. You know?
Oh, yeah. And they're like, oh, David Swallow.
Yeah, boys, he's a Collingwood.
He hasn't played a final in his career. Maybe I don't think he's going to get named. But, champ, are we going to see David Swallow in your final team plans with 3 trades left? Because
He might be on the bench. I'm not sure. If that Sid makes more money than Swallow.
Because last week you said that this 85 is setting you up for your final F6. Obviously, that money making of Swallow has come crushed down to earth.
his break-even is 30, so if he gets a full game, he gets another 80.
You could potentially lose money.
But now Josh Sinn's
you
scoring.
could potentially lose money.
You could. But I want to wait to a better premium because there's only one I can afford is Fife, and I'm not really crazy about Fife. So
you're going to keep waiting and your scores are just going to plummet just like they did this week?
yeah, I'm happy with that.
You're happy with scores plummeting and then me overtaking you and bagging the fuck out of you?
Yeah, because I know I'll overtake you back eventually anyway.
Okay, and with David Swallow not making any money, Sin is potentially going to
Make some money, yeah.
make some money, but then you're going to have to use another 2 trades.
No, just use one.
Use
I'll put the
trades.
money onto Swift Sin.
Okay, so you're going to wait for Swin. So you need Sin to at least make another $50,000-$60,000 for you to do what you want, or hoping
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks, yeah.
And he's back to the back line, which is pretty handy, so he'll be DPP. Hopefully, when that comes.
That's very good, champ. Very, very, very good. Now, Fish champ, is he going to be sub? Is he going to be all right? What's going to happen?
I think if it's just a knock, he should be back.
Yeah, no. Now, champ, start of our thing, we always said my forward line would absolutely smash the shit out of your forward.
There's 4 lines that we started with. And yes,
champ,
and you had Reed at F2.
Champ, you
had Reed at F2. Like, I don't care what our forward look like.
My forward line will easily...
If you're Reed, how much did Reed? Was Reed 200,000 at the start of the year? So imagine what your forward line looked like.
Champ, all you had was an extra, Harms.
I had Harms and a Billings.
That's it. Ooh, they're superstars of the comp, champ.
Champ, the
Superstars!
Who did you have at F3, F4, F5, F6,
we'll go back.
F7,
Champ, we're talking about Jordy shit.
You brought up...
You had my chance. Now, champ,
You brought it up.
Goulden, crash him back down to earth.
He's got a 95.
I'm crashing. He's not getting 150s.
He's not crashing, but he's got a 95.
Is it a master stroke getting him in?
Of course it is.
Okay, he's averaging 110. George.
Not for me.
Okay, so Oliver, is he still a problem in your team?
He's got West Coast this week, so hopefully not.
So what do you think he's going to do against West Coast?
Hopefully a 90.
Do you want him to get a 90?
Yes.
Fair enough, champ. What do you think that Dowling's going to get for you this week?
80. He's due.
He hasn't scored one anyway. Now, champ, I don't mind your forward line because it's pretty much mine, except that Nick Martin. What do you think of that? 75.
For Young Martin, same.
Same. Young Martin. I didn't see fucking Martin kick 3 goals. Anyway, champ, that's joyous shit. Hope
you like it, guys.
Champ, I just really, you got trades left, you got money in the bank, but he still chooses to keep David Swallow, the Pendlebury of Gold Coast. Give it up for Giles and mate! And the funny thing is, Sheldon, or Bruce, he actually played. He messaged me, and he's like, he cracked the shits because this person was going to beat him. And he even had David Swallow in the best 20 against him. So I want to know if you actually lost that game.
I think he did. He sent me a message. I think he did.
David Swallow was in the team and he beat him. He's worth it.
And they rested him because he's done enough.
That's too funny, champ. I'm pretty
Let's get to the captains.
Champ, let's get to... Ooh.
Because we've got a Nick Dacos and a Merritt and a Martin all at once. And
who do you think will do better at a Nick Dacos and Merritt? Because Merritt's been down on form lately.
Oh, he had a good half. He had a down half in the last bit. But Dacos. He got 6 points in the second half, Merritt, but I mean, you can go Merritt, you can go Dacos. I think they're both pretty good. I mean, against each other, Essendon doesn't tag, Collingwood doesn't tag. So,
either or?
I mean, you got to go Dacos,
Yeah, I think so. Would you do anyone in the Gold Coast North game? Is Flanders going to have a 192
Maybe.
point
In the midfield, he could. That's a nice, interesting one, Matty. But it's hard to go to a Flanders vice captain when the Bont is playing Port Adelaide.
in Port Adelaide?
It's the Bont.
Yeah.
I mean, I've ignored the Bont last week, and you got 100.
The last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and he's been destroying everything. So
Okay.
it's going to be hard to not go the Bont.
Gonna be
In
hard.
part of your calculations, Matty. And now, then Fremantle's got an absolute, like, no one in Richmond is going to score Supercoach points. They're all going to go to Fremantle players.
crap.
Someone in Fremantle is going to go 150 plus. Is it going to be Hayden Young? Is it going to be Luke Ryan? Is it going to be Sarong? Maybe, could it be Luke Jackson in the forward line? Like,
Sure, that's something that's tantalising.
now, if that's not enough to consider, you got Gawn against West Coast Eagles, not,
Doesn't
and
play
Perth,
Sheffield Squad.
down at the G.
Doesn't play well against them.
He fucking will. I mean, Flinders went off injured, so I think he's not going to play. He's going to play against that Williams. Man, I think if Gawn's going to have a good game, it's this one. And I wouldn't consider anyone else that we didn't name. Gawn against the Eagles.
Champ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you fucking should be. Gawn, Fremantle players.
Nah, I think I'll
Bont,
stick.
Flanders, or Dacos and Merritt.
Would you even skip the Essendon game and go Bont vice and maybe a Sarong captain?
No. I'd rather go Gawn before Sarong, I think.
Really?
Sarong hasn't really been pumping me out.
But you saw what
130s.
Walsh and Cripps did to Richmond last week. They all got 140, 130.
I know.
Even Cheryl was high up there. He's like high 90s and he wasn't, and he was subbed off.
I
don't know, man.
If you want, I'd rather vice captain. What about Luke Ryan? Richmond leaked the most points for their rebounding defenders. See what Nick Newman scored against Richmond, for example. Even Sard, who doesn't have been racking it up lately. So if you want a vice captain Ryan and a captain Gawn, that's not too bad. But then you have to ignore Flanders against North, Bont against Port, and Dacos and Merritt against each other. So
I don't know, man.
this is a really good week
This is a really good week.
for captains. If you're considering anyone else, you're probably not going to do well. I think, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, champ. Let's leave it at that, champ. And that's about it for me. I'm hungry. I haven't had
Tell
lunch.
me, what are you doing? Are you going to be tinkering? Are you doing
Right now,
trades this week?
right now, I'm doing no trades. I don't need any trades. Trades are just, I'm just going to sit. There's nothing for me to tinker about. I've got a few $1,000, couple of 10K dues in the bank. But no, Sexton's till further notice, he's still in.
All right, guys. So that's it. They're my top 5 captain options: Dacos, Merritt, Flanders, Gawn, and let's go for Luke Ryan.
All right, so champ, what about you, champ? You've got 3 trades left with 2 shit players in your team. What are you going to do with that?
I'll keep the shit Clary because he's got West Coast this week, so I'm hoping that will come back all right. Then he's got Essendon the week after, and they don't really tag. So I'm hoping Clary can at least get me 90s.
So what are you waiting for? You got 130-odd thousand or 40-odd thousand?
I want to wait till there's like a Rosie kind of player that I want in the forward line. So I don't want to just buy someone because I can get them, especially if they're injury prone like Fife. I want to get someone that I think will score all right. I'm happy to wait a couple of weeks and get a 60 here and there for it.
Fair enough, champ. So I'm just going to ask you a question. Right?
Yes, buddy.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Please ask me a question. I've been waiting for this question.
So this forward-line player that you want, right?
Yes, buddy.
What's the range? What's the range that you could potentially afford?
Depends on how much Sin goes up, how much they go down. So it depends who it is.
So you're actually now relying on Sin to make you that money.
Sin, Swallow at his price is fine.
Would you do another trade to get more money to get a premium and then have one trade left for injuries?
No.
So you're just literally playing the waiting game and leaking and bleeding points in the forward line.
That's fine because even in the cash league, I'm not going to jump out of the 8, so I can leak points and I can still use those trades when I need them if a premium is missing in the finals.
I see.
Get some cash at least.
It's perfect.
Now, thank you everyone for tuning in, and if you've still got trades left, you're doing better than us.
Definitely.
How much do you reckon you're going to outscore me by this week?
I reckon a nice
Ooh, champion mic facing that way. We need to hear all your shit.
shit stuff. I reckon a nice 50 to 90 points.
50 to 90 points. See what Darwin gets this week. See what Kruger gets on Friday night.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next exciting episode of
Dragon Ball SuperCoach. See you guys.
And Stinky.